one is waiting for the mag.
What are people going to do with it?
It's an abstract.
They're going to do that?
You're issuing contradictory instructions. You're insubordinate. You make people miserable. The board believes you're no longer necessary to this company.
I sat in a garage and invented the future.
Because artists lead.
Steve Jobs takes us behind the scenes of 3 iconic product launches and gives us a look at the life of the brilliant Apple co-founder. Film critic Richard Crouse is back from the streets of New York, a married man, and he came all the way back for us.
I did, and I'm still getting used to hitting this on everything.
Yeah, that's right. Very nice.
Yes,
anyway,
it's taking
welcome
some getting
back.
used to. Well, thank you.
Congratulations once again. When you look at the trailers, as we just did for the Steve Jobs, it looks pretty intense.
It is, and it's interesting because, in fact, it's fairly simple. It is backstage, as you just said, backstage at 3 product launches, pardon me, for the Macintosh in 1984, the Next Cube about 10 years later, and 10 years after that at the iMac. And it is him talking about how he's going to change the world. It is him talking to his estranged girlfriend who he had a daughter with. He talks to Kate Winslet, who plays his loyal marketing chief, who was with him for 20 years, to Jeff Daniels, who is the CEO of Apple. And it's just rat-a-tat-tat dialogue, no special effects, no fancy anything, but it moves and it's intense. Michael Fassbender plays Steve Jobs. We've already seen documentaries and we've seen television shows, and there have been books, everything about this guy. This is a different perspective. iPads are never mentioned, iPods are never mentioned. It's not an advertisement for Apple. It's about the man and about how he was a great man, but maybe not necessarily a nice man.
Wow.
And it's a 4-star movie for me. I like this a lot. This is going to be nominated for Academy Awards, and Michael Fassbender is a lock for a Best Actor nomination.
Wow. Okay, so Freeheld.
Freeheld played at the Toronto International Film Festival. It is based on true events, and it's one of those movies that manages to be both depressing and uplifting simultaneously. So this is a true story about Stacey Andre and Laurel Hester, played by Julianne Moore and Ellen Page. Julianne Moore's character was a decorated police officer in New Jersey. Ellen Page's character was a mechanic. They meet, they fall in love immediately, they move in. Everything's going very, very well until Julianne Moore's character is diagnosed with terminal cancer. And she wants to give her pension, earned after 23 years of highly decorated service on the force, to Ellen Page, and they won't allow it. And it's essentially that story. It is about a very important moment in gay rights, in the history of gay rights, but it is also a sad ending to the movie, and that doesn't give anything away.
No,
it's a 3.5-star movie.
Some of it's kind of funny.
It's also, this is a movie that is a crowd pleaser for me. It was funny, uplifting, it's smart. Julianne Moore's terrific. Ellen Page, though, is beautiful in this movie. It's a really lovely performance that focuses on the love and concern that she has for her partner.
And you said 3.5 stars?
3.5 stars.
All right, okay. Beeba Boys.
Beeba Boys is Deepa Mehta's new film. We are used to more introspective films from her, like, Water, Midnight's Children, movies like that. This is a gangster movie set in Vancouver. It is about, and very loosely based on real-life gangs of South Asian gangs there.
Turfs and drug and...
Yeah, and there's a lot going on here. It has all the tropes that you think a gangster movie is going to have, but for me, it was more about the search for identity and the attempts at assimilation. So this is a movie that plays kind of maybe like a Scorsese or Tarantino film a little bit, but it's still very much a Deepa Mehta film because it explores the South Asian immigrant experience in a very deep and meaningful way. So 3 stars.
That's not bad. Okay, one other one quickly. Sleeping with other people.
This movie would have been more effective if it didn't rely on that old kind of lie that men and women can't be friends. So it is a story about Jason Sudeikis and Alison Brie. They're good looking, they're New Yorkers. They lost their virginities to one another 10, 12 years before that. They meet again and they decide just to stay friends. And the movie is sort of the big ... Can they? It's a 2.5-star movie for me because it didn't quite work. And it was funny. It's because it's one of those movies that there is a secondary couple. They're best friends. That would have been a better movie. They were an old married couple. I loved watching them. They had such great chemistry. That's the movie I wanted to watch.
Okay. Oh, well, see, there's a 4-star one here this weekend. I love it. Richard, thank you.
Thank you.
You'll find all of Richard's reviews on our website, canadaam.ctvnews.ca.